Hey traders, this is Heather, and we are just about to wrap up the day on Thursday, March 26th. Got about 2 minutes left in the day before that bell rings, and I want to point something out to you. So this is the 30-minute chart on SPX that I'm showing you right here. You can see that price is currently just a hair below the daily L2 on the quant pivots. What we typically see is that price stays between, or even more often closes in somewhere in between this H1, which stands for high, and the L1, which stands for low. L2 is even more rare, and it looks like we are going to get a close below that level, which today the L2 is at 64.78. Right now, as I'm speaking, as I'm recording this, price is at 64.76. So unless we get a 2 or 3 point bounce in the next minute, looks like we are going to have a very rare day indeed. How rare? Well, price only closes below the daily L2 about 7% of the time. That's incredibly rare. So if that is indeed where we close the day, and it looks like it will be, just know that you witnessed a very, very rare thing today. So you can see that, boy, the market was just angry today. Not a buyer in sight. I mean, you would have thought maybe we would have even got some short covering in the last few minutes of the day, but no, we did not. So I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to stay on this 30-minute chart while I point something out to you. So one thing that we often say at Simpler is that price always reverts to the mean. And when we say the mean at Simpler, what we're typically talking about is the daily 21. There's that bell. Where did we close? 64.77. Yes, so a rare day indeed, closing just about at 1 point below that L2. So, all right, back to the mean. I just had to get that out there. That's an ugly day. That is an ugly day. All right, so when we say that price reverts to the mean, what we're talking about typically is the 21 moving average on the daily chart, okay? And so just so you know what we're looking at, I'm going to map out my chart for you so that you know what all of these lines are. This is the 30-minute chart. However, I have some daily moving averages plotted on here. This white one right here, this is the daily 21 plotted onto a 30-minute chart. This yellow line is the 8 moving average, the daily 8. This aqua line right here is the daily 5. So whether we're in an uptrend or in a downtrend, when price needs to take a little break from that trend, what we typically see is that reversion to the mean. However, in the last several weeks, since we really started this downtrend, any relief bounce that SPX has made has not been able to make it back up to the daily 21. Every time we get a little bounce, it either stops at the daily 5 or the daily 8 before resuming that downtrend. On Thursday of last week, we could only get up to the daily 5 before coming back down. Monday, we got a nice little bounce, but could not hold the daily 8. We just keep getting rejected every time we make a little bit of a bounce. That's incredibly aggressive. So with that said, I do think that it is probably time that we get more of a relief bounce. Maybe actually finally do get a test of that falling daily 21, which right there, that is that falling daily 21. So I am looking for a move back above the daily 8 and up to maybe even above the daily 21 if we can get a lot of shorts covering. So when we get the bounce, that's always the question, right? It could come tomorrow, although it could get started tomorrow. It could be next week. It would be perfectly reasonable just to continue moving lower or stay below the daily 8 for the rest of this month. And then once April comes, then we finally see that good bounce that we're looking for. But I want to point out an opportunity to you to make an end of month trade. So I'm going to stay on this daily chart, but I'm going to move over to my monthly quant pivots, because what you will see is that we are currently below the monthly L1. So right here, 66.40 is where March's L1 is, and we have been below that level for 6 days now. So could we get a bounce into the end of the month just to close the month above 66.40? I think we've got a good chance, or at least a decent chance. And if I zoom out to the weekly chart, just so that, actually I'm going to do the monthly chart so that we get a whole lot of data, because I want a huge sample size so that I can show you exactly how often that happens. How often does SPX close below the L1? 9.99% of the time, so 10% of the time. That means 90% of the time, price closes above that L1. It can go below it, but closing below it or above it, that's what we're really looking for, okay? So let me go back to my daily chart and we can talk about a trade that you could put on targeting a move above that level. So you would want to use Tuesday's expiration, Tuesday, March 31st, because it can stay down here, even on Tuesday. But Tuesday, March 31st at the bell is when I would be looking for price to get back above 66.40. We've got good odds of it doing that. I do want to add a couple of little disclaimers before I move on to what the trade would actually be. Let's remember, 10% of the time, it's not very often, but it does happen, okay? When would that happen? When would we get those little outlier months where price closes below the L1? It might be when there's a major geopolitical conflict going on, maybe a war in the Middle East. So this might be one of those rare months, just like today was one of those very rare days. Okay, so take that into consideration before you actually throw your money at this idea. Another thing to consider, if you haven't heard, there's a little financial institution called JP Morgan. They have a pretty big collar trade on that expires on March 31st, and the put side of that trade is at 64.75, pretty much where we closed the day. What we often see with that big JPM collar is that one side will get taken out. I think it's safe to say that they're good on the call side, but traders are gunning to take out their put side at 64.75. Now, my thought process is, and I could be totally wrong, we got there early. So, maybe we take it out tomorrow, Friday, and then Monday is when we get that bounce back above 66.40. In fact, if we take a look at the Stock Traders Almanac, this is something that I like to reference a lot. Monday, March 30th, is statistically bullish. So that kind of plays in line with my idea that we could go higher on Monday and Tuesday. Will it be high enough? I don't know. I mean, right now we are about, let's see, let me do some quick math, 163 points away from 66.40. Can we move 166 points in 3 days? Absolutely. That's a big move, but if we have enough shorts and they all start to cover together, by all means, we could definitely get that move right back above 66.40 on Tuesday. So now that you have the idea, let me show you what the trade would look like. Let me bring over the options chain. Okay, so you would want to use Tuesday's expiration. Let's get rid of that. Tuesday's expiration, March 31st. You would buy the 66.35 puts, sell the 66.40 puts. That would give you a credit. Now, we actually did this in the small lot trading room today. We collected 360 in credit. For the 5 wide, that means that we are risking 140 for the potential of keeping 360. That is a pretty darn good risk to reward. If we open up right around here tomorrow, I think you could get an even better credit than we did. So think about the disclaimers that I gave you before you throw your money at this idea, but I think the odds of it closing below the L1 are slim. The odds of it closing above the L1 are pretty good, and we've got ourselves a really good risk to reward. So that is where you can gain an edge in trading. So see if you like that. Just as one more idea, if you wanted to do a wider spread, just keep that short strike at 66.40 and you would only move your long strike. Okay. But we just did a 5 wide. We're in the small lot trading room, so we like to keep our risk really, really small. And 140 is a good risk for us. This thing has been ugly for, several weeks now, about a month, and I think it's time for a bounce. We might not get it in the time frame that I'm looking at, but I think we're pretty close to getting a nice relief bounce, at least up to the daily 21. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the trading rooms. Thanks, traders.